Ex-Colorado athlete's mother delivers blunt message as son leads Indiana to historic upset over Oregon victory weekend in college football often brings out the pride in parents. But sometimes it also uncovers a sharper edge. For LaTonya Benson, mother of Indiana offensive lineman Khalil Benson, the joy of her son's performance against one of the Big Ten's top teams came with a pointed reminder of past doubts, a subtle jab at Deion Sanders' Colorado program and the critics who had written off her son. On October 13th, social media saw LaTonya Benson post a mix of pride and vindication. "My man-child makes my heart smile," she wrote on X, alongside photos of Khalil in Hoosier red. "Last season they doubted and talked bad about you, while IU is excited you're back. You shut down projected second-round DN's mouths today. Sounds like you're winning." Receipts. 67 reasons. Her message captured the story of a player whose journey from Bloomington to Colorado and back again had been anything but straightforward. Khalil Benson, a 6'5", 325-pound offensive lineman, had been a promising talent at Indiana before transferring to Deion Sanders' Colorado program in 2023. While his move to Coach Prime's roster initially raised eyebrows, the transition didn't unfold as many expected. Critics questioned Benson's consistency, toughness, and fit within Colorado's system, and though he played 318 snaps across 7 games in multiple positions, right guard, left guard, and tackle, the chemistry never fully gelled. Even Deion Sanders himself, with his signature mix of humor and charisma, acknowledged the sting of Benson's departure. "Love you, my man, and tell Mama she can still cook even though you dipped on me," Coach Prime wrote, adding, "Lol, I'm gonna miss you, man." Sanders' words reflected both affection and the reality of a young player finding his place elsewhere, a narrative familiar in the fluid landscape of college football transfers. Benson wasn't just another portal player. Throughout his brief tenure at Colorado, he demonstrated leadership and the courage to speak up. During a fiery practice, he called out the Buffs' offensive line for underperforming, showing a rare willingness to challenge peers and coaches alike. Yet despite his effort and versatility, the fit wasn't perfect. The experience, however, served as a stepping stone toward his return to Indiana, a program where he could thrive in familiar territory and under a coaching staff that believed in his abilities. Back in Bloomington, the results were immediate and undeniable. Under the national spotlight on CBS's 3:30 window, with College Game Day buzzing in Eugene, Indiana executed one of the biggest upsets of the season. Facing number 3 Oregon, a team led by quarterback Dante Moore and known for torching defenses, the Hoosiers held a slim 13-10 lead at halftime. By the third quarter, they had quietly extended that to 20-13, asserting control and signaling that this was no ordinary performance. The fourth quarter became a showcase of resilience and grit. Quarterback Fernando Mendoza orchestrated a clutch, game-sealing drive, while the Hoosiers' offensive line, with Benson anchoring key assignments, held Oregon's ferocious pass rush at bay. When the final whistle blew, Indiana had stunned the Ducks 30-20, snapping Oregon's 23-game regular season win streak and 18-game home streak. For a program with a 172 all-time record against AP top 5 teams, the significance of the victory was monumental. Benson's performance was emblematic of Indiana's broader resurgence. He dominated in both the run and pass games, neutralizing projected second-round defensive ends and providing the stability that allowed the Hoosiers to execute Mendoza's offensive scheme to perfection. The victory also represented a personal redemption story for Benson, validating his journey and the belief of those who supported him, most notably his mother. LaTonya's social media post was more than pride. It was a testament to resilience, determination, and the satisfaction of seeing one's child vindicated on the national stage. The Hoosiers' season trajectory now appears unstoppable. With the 6-0 start for the second straight year and a 3-0 record in Big Ten play, Indiana has also notched a second top 10 scalp following the 63-10 demolition of number 9 Illinois. These victories have shattered narratives questioning the program's competitiveness and revealed a team capable of winning on the road against elite opponents. Indiana's offensive line, led by Benson, has emerged as a cornerstone of this success, demonstrating depth, cohesion, and the capacity to rise in the face of daunting challenges. Meanwhile, the contrast with Colorado, once home to Benson and now under Deion Sanders' vision, adds a layer of intrigue. Coach Prime's program continues to attract talent and national attention, yet Benson's story highlights the unpredictable nature of collegiate athletics. Sometimes fit, culture, and opportunity can outweigh raw talent and headline grabs. For every player who thrives under a new system, others find their stride in familiar surroundings where trust, coaching philosophy, and team cohesion align. LaTonya Benson's pointed social media message encapsulates this tension. It isn't merely a mother's pride. It is a narrative device that frames the broader story of player development, opportunity, and vindication. Her words, "Last season they doubted and talked bad about you, while IU is excited you're back. You shut down projected second-round DNs' mouths today," convey satisfaction not only in her son's performance, but also in his decision to return to Indiana, where the environment allowed him to flourish. This game, this moment, and this story underscore the dual nature of college football, the blend of personal journeys with team triumphs. Indiana's upset over Oregon wasn't just a victory in the standings. It was a statement of resilience, strategy, and the rewards of finding the right fit. It was a reminder that in college football, sometimes the stories behind the players are as compelling as the action on the field. And for Khalil Benson and his mother, the result was a perfect vindication, a public display of pride, subtle retribution, and celebration. As the Hoosiers look forward to the remainder of the season, they carry with them not only an impressive 6-0 record, but also the momentum of a team that has proven capable of challenging top-ranked opponents. The synergy between coaches, players, and particularly the offensive line is now a force to be reckoned with. Meanwhile, Deion Sanders and Colorado will undoubtedly watch closely as their former player shines, reminding the college football world that success is often as much about environment and opportunity as it is about raw talent. For fans, analysts, and casual observers alike, this weekend's events serve as a compelling narrative. The return of a player to his roots, the rise of a team once underestimated, and the subtle jabs and triumphs that make sports as thrilling off the field as on it. Khalil Benson's journey from Indiana to Colorado and back again, punctuated by a mother's unapologetic pride and a team's historic upset, is a story that will resonate far beyond this single weekend, echoing the timeless lessons of perseverance, timing, and the enduring power of homegrown talent. For fans, analysts, and casual observers alike, this weekend's events serve as a compelling narrative. The return of a player to his roots, the rise of a team once underestimated, and the subtle jabs and triumphs that make sports as thrilling off the field as on it. Khalil Benson's journey from Indiana to Colorado and back again, punctuated by a mother's unapologetic pride and a team's historic upset, is a story that will resonate far beyond this single weekend, echoing the timeless lessons of perseverance, timing, and the enduring power of homegrown talent.